everyone, and welcome to Short Rest for episode 54. We're out of the ice plane, finally. We're here, the material plane, where there is a devil, but you're friends with them. As we had a bit of a conversation.
This one's fine.
This one's fine. Had a conversation with Tavant. Had some introductory with Mask and Tavant, which I thought was really fun. Definitely a breach of privacy, but then again, they don't care. It's kind of the character.
I also feel like Mask being Feywild does know people like that, right? Like,
that feels right.
There is a level after the shock of like, oh, you're that bitch.
You're one of those. Cool.
Yeah. But we got to learn a few things. We got to learn that there was, you guys did strike up a protest. There was a protest that happened. There was a lot of people are starting to gather and organize. It's happening. The anti-guard, which we could definitely say during a downtime moment, which, by the way, for their audience, we're heading into a downtime. The most of this was sort of this session itself, summarization, was catching up. You guys were catching up with what's happening here in Outslock. If we had to summarize everything. But no, we're entering into downtime. I stole and rework and remix some of these rules from Blaze in the Dark because it's really fun. The way it works is, I'm going to go to my notes here, but the way it works is that you guys are going to spend 3 weeks into downtime. You're going to be 3 weeks in downtime. The way that I work downtime, especially in D&D, because the world is progressing, is that no villains' plans nor do their objectives start to move forward during downtime. We're in a paused state where time is progressing, where your characters can relax and improve upon themselves and learn more. And the max a villain can probably do is just like plan. They can't enact anything. So that includes St. Clair. We all know he's an asshole. So St. Clair, he already has a plan, and that is doing a public announcement. What does that mean? What does it entail? Well, that is something that you guys can learn. So I'm going to pull up my Discord because that's where I wrote down a lot of my downtime stuff. So the way it works is we're going to go 3 weeks in a downtime, and that means each player has 1 downtime per week. So you have 3 downtime things to do. The way that we're going to work it is that, I'll drop down the notes, but if you want to get write it down now. So each of you have 3 downtime things to do. And you can choose you can do for those things. When it's your turn to choose on what you like to do for a downtime action, you can bring friends. You can bring in your party mates, and it will not count as their downtime action. So technically, you guys can spend the entire 3 weeks with each other if you wanted to. You can definitely choose to do so. Let's see here. Travel will not be a factor. So if you wish to travel to cities that you've already traveled to, we can definitely say that does not take time off your downtime, like in terms of the week-long experience. If you wanted to go to Everloom, boom, we see a scene of you in Everloom. That is part of the week experience. Things you can do during downtime is that you can improve yourself. You can learn a language. You can gain proficiency in a school, in a skill, a tool, or a vehicle. This requires you to fill up a 6-step clock. Here we go, right? You will roll a number of d6s equal to the modifier associated with that ability score. So let's use Legati as an example. Let's pretend that, let me actually ask this. Are you proficient in religion?
I am not. That's the one I was looking at, if I want to be a god.
So that's fair. Religion, I believe, is an intelligence score based skill. What is your intelligence modifier?
That would be a 5.
You would then roll, if you want to improve your religion and get proficiency in it, you would roll 5d6. The number of d6s you roll represents by the modifier associated to the skill you're trying to improve. So it makes sense. If you're very intelligent, it's easier to be skilled with an intelligent skill. If you're trying to get proficiency in athletics, you being a non-physical individual, it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
So I have a question about the d6s.
Yeah.
What do the d6s specifically represent? Are they like a skill check kind of roll of like the number needs to be higher, or is that part of the clock?
Yeah. So the way it is a 6-step clock, and this is very where it's homebrewish, but you would roll that many D6s, and you would take the highest result from those D6s. So if you rolled a bunch of D6s and the highest out of those 6s were a 5, then you would take that as the result. If the highest roll of your D6s was a 1 to 3, you fill up 2 steps. So you have to fill up all 6. So you only fill up 2 steps. If you roll 5 or 6, that's the highest one, you fill up 3 steps. If the highest roll you get is a 6, you fill up 5 steps. If the number of dice you roll and you get 2 6s, that's a crit, you fill up the entire clock.
Nice.
Got it. Okay.
And this can be done to get proficiency in, once again, a skill, a tool, a language, a vehicle. This is you spending a week-long time learning, that particular, whatever it would be. You can also work on a project. Again, I'm stealing this from Blades in the Dark, but this is a little bit more abstract. This is something if you wanted to improve the anti-guard, or the what did we call it? The Ostracon.
Yeah.
If you wanted to improve the Ostracon, what are you trying to improve? Like, what would you like to do? You want to train the members? Do you want to, if there ever does come to a point where like it comes to blows and you are then lucky enough to be around some of the Ostracon members, they'll be better. They'll be a better fighting team, or maybe they're better spies. What are you trying to improve with them? Maybe you're trying to improve their messaging. Maybe they're more charismatic and they gather more members faster. Or maybe there's a personal task you want to complete. Maybe you want to, improve something. You want to build something. You want to make something. You want to, whatever creativity you want to do, you can do that. And then we'll associate it with a clock. We'll associate it with the skill. And once again, we'll follow the same steps of filling that clock. Sometimes I wrote this in. Sometimes you want to spend your week completing tasks that don't take a lot of role-playing time. Depending on the complexity, these may cost downtime moments, or they may not. If Legati wants to go buy some books, that's not a big ask. You can that doesn't take up a downtime action. You could just go buy some books. Easily done. And in terms of like work on a project, I could definitely say like that is like learning. If you want, like how right now we learned that like there is going to be a speech done by St. Clair. Maybe you want to figure out where it's going to be held at. Well, you can work on that project. We'll consider that underneath the moniker of working on a project. So yeah, you can work to learn more stuff as you go on. You only have 3 though, per. Another thing you can do is you can earn money. Let's say you want to earn some extra cash. You can we have some jobs on the board right now. Tavin has given you some tasks you can take. Some of them simple, some of them complex. And the way that we're going to handle that is that some of your choices in the first week, second week, third week will be just discussion. I want to learn to do religion. Cool. This is what happens. Let's make a roll. Some of the decisions you make may actually require a scene, where we'll sit down and actually role play it out. Some of them may require combat. The worst that could happen in a combat situation is not you dying. I'm not going to say people can die during downtime. The worst thing could happen is that I'm going to, if anyone else is working on a clock, I'm going to deduct theirs. So
I'm sorry, guys, in advance.
Me too.
Yeah, it may turn into a thing like maybe Phoenix is working on a project. Maybe you, like you said, you want to go visit this monastery. Maybe you do go to it, and we're filling out a clock of you getting inducted into it. And then someone else goes, well, I have to go fight a monster to get some coin, and you guys get a TPK or someone gets knocked out. You didn't spend too much time at the monastery. Instead, you had to help out your friends, and the clock gets reduced.
Oh, I got a speed run there. Bye.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for combat, like, say I want to go fight big monster, can that also be chosen to be done solo?
Yes, absolutely.
Heard.
Yes. If you do it solo and you still fail, then any future clocks or clocks you started, I will put a negative.
Got it.
We'll always like come up with decisions, but what I would like to, from my party here, what I would like you guys to do is just select 3 things you'd like to work on. Keep in mind that if it does require a clock, sometimes you have to work on it multiple times. But if all else goes well, think of what you like to do for this 3 weeks. What do you want to try to do? Want to relax? Want to improve yourself? Make some new connections? Talk to people? Learn? All up to you. So, yeah, by next time we come back, because for the recording schedule, we're going to take a week off, you have some time to decide on what you like to do during your downtime. And then I will build scenarios for it. People who give me their downtime actions sooner, I will have better scenarios for you. Now that we've got that covered, in terms of what we've learned so far, Kristoff doesn't know exactly, but thinks that either A, Wakia is in Hogdell, or maybe it's just the Potter's Guild trying to recruit another monk. We don't know.
When Legati was like, "Come on, Phoenix," I was like, "I don't want it."
I thought you guys were friends, but it's hard to keep track.
Yes and no. Like, Phoenix does not excuse Obadiah. Understands, does not excuse. But I can't fix what she wants to. I don't even know what she wants fixed, other than to continuously kick Phoenix's ass for something that Phoenix was not around for. So it's like, I can't fix your problem. He's dead. Sorry. And I feel like that's the argument she's going to keep having with her. That she just like, I don't know what to do with you. You're a brick, and you go.
Have you heard of therapy?
Yeah.
That's a downtime action, is going to therapy.
Which she has not done. I feel like Wakia is like, I mean, Phoenix is her own shit show, but Wakia is so tightly wound that it's like, dude, I need to unpry what is holding you together.
I do think if we talk to either one of them, sending me as more of myself than the last time they saw me is not a bad idea, though. So,
it's on my on that one.
So we're going 3 weeks.
No, I think she's gonna do it, but I think she would probably take Legati with her if they were gonna go, because it's like, you're squishy, but you retain everything.
If I need to expand on, I just sent for people who don't know, I just dropped in the downtime rules, or at least breakdown. If I forgot anything, or something needs to be altered, let me know.
Can we pin that in chat?
Yeah, we'll pin that in chat.
Thank you.
Beyond that, so we had a moment with the whole party and a newcomer Mask to meet Tavant. That was real fun to get sort of a vibe from both people. We got a little bit more update on what's happening with the Anti-Guard, soon to be changed name. And kind of, you do have friends here. You have a friend here who's like really grateful. Kristoff's very grateful and will provide you with nourishment and place to sleep. Least he can do. I mean, obviously the drop for something for Phoenix, I knew that was your always interest, was going to an order, something real, an actual real order. Not a bullshit one given to you by a phony sailor.
Yeah.
And then we had the last remaining moment with Arrow. A bit of a call to action from some sea-themed beasts and animals, at the very least.
He's got some ideas for what to do for this downtime.
Yeah. Get creative. But beyond that, any other questions?
What am I supposed to do with this swordfish?
Yeah, you want to know the swordfish?
Eat it. I was like, between the two of us.
It's your new weapon.
It's a new weapon. Excellent. That's what I wanted.
You could eat it and then turn the spine and the nose into the weapon.
Ooh,
Have
and
it.
then
I
your
have
weapon
an
can talk to
idea
you.
for you. No!
Yeah, I don't
I hear
want to
enough
talk
voices as it is.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.